So you guys know that we've covered a lot of Kingdom Hearts 1 secrets here on the channel. This is a game that just continues to give. It seems like time goes on, whether it be a year, 3 years, 4 years, and something will pop up that the majority didn't know about. And I'm convinced that this next thing that we're about to showcase here, probably no one knew about. Because without actually having the information directly from Square Enix themselves, I'm convinced that literally no one would have come across this. Kingdom Hearts 1 is amazing for this reason though. It's such a well-crafted game in the sense of its little attention to detail pieces, little hidden secrets, and tidbits that Square Enix left throughout the game. And the fact that we're still finding things 20 plus years later is insane. Like, insane! This game just keeps giving! It's the nipple that doesn't stop! So I was informed that Niosai put up a post here as he's currently going through and translating a lot of the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Ultimania. And within these Ultimania books, they contain little fun facts and hidden things that perhaps maybe the player doesn't know about the various Kingdom Hearts games. Now, the issue with these Ultimanias is almost all of them are written in Japanese. And looking at the earlier ones, a lot of those aren't actually preserved or even translated. So bless Niosai for putting up scans of the translated pages of the Final Mix Ultimania, but he found this interesting tidbit here mentioning the floating islands in Traverse Town's 4th district. By the way, these are translations, so they're not going to be spot on, but it gives us the basic idea. Move left and right when Sora approaches. However, the speed and magnitude of its movement depends on how Sora approaches it. Generally, approaching quickly makes the island, the moving rocks in the water, move faster and further. Approaching slowly makes these rocks move slower and less dramatically. If you can't jump across successfully, try walking towards it instead. This is like the only reason as to why there is a walk function in Kingdom Hearts for this specific thing. So, of course, curious as I was, I decided to try this out, because I'm thinking like, there's no way, well, these translations are just so far off. Like, this is insane. Why would Square Enix even bother to code this in? And lo and behold, yeah, no, this is a very real thing. This is actually something that is in the game that, again, I'm convinced no one knows about, and without this Ultimania page right here, this would have been a function in the game that would have gone completely unnoticed. Now, it absolutely is a thing, that much I can confirm. However, sometimes it can be kind of random. I don't think the code or the trigger that Square Enix developed to make this thing function to coincide with the speed of Sora's movement works totally perfectly. Because sometimes if you try moving slowly towards the floating rocks, they will actually end up moving quick. And the speed of these, as well as the actual distance, seemingly is quite randomized. It seems like a case of they are more likely to move slower and less dramatically if you approach them walking. I was really trying to get to the bottom of how this actually functions. I spent almost close on like 2 hours just walking towards floating rocks. A great use of my time. At one stage, I was also thinking, okay, is this tied to the frame rate? Like, originally, Kingdom Hearts 1 ran at 30 frames per second. That's the intended frame rate of the game, so maybe if I turn the game back to 30 frames, I might end up getting some different results. No, what I did find out, though, was the fire door here in Traverse Town, because it has an animation tied to it, and that obviously animations are tied to the frame rate. If the game is played at 60 FPS or higher, it will randomly start shaking. There are actually a few instances of the older Kingdom Hearts games running into this problem, again, because they were never intended to run at anything higher than 30 FPS. It's interesting because I've never really had too much of a problem jumping onto these platforms, although I think all of us can admit that at one point we didn't make the jump, we slipped off, and we had to swim back to redo it again. No! So yeah, it's kind of good to know that there is a function that you can do in the game to make them move a little bit slower, but again, why this is here, I don't know, and that's the reason why it's so quirky and cool. There's so many of these little small things in Kingdom Hearts 1 that go completely unnoticed unless you're in that really small group that magically discovered or came across that specific thing. And comparing KH1 with its little hidden tidbits to the rest of the Kingdom Hearts games, yeah, I mean, they just don't compare in the slightest. And this goes to show that Square Enix really paid attention to the smaller attention to detail pieces, and I think just extra additional secrets within the worlds, looking at how the worlds were constructed in the levels in KH1 more so than in any other Kingdom Hearts game. It's something that I really want Square Enix to return to for the future of the series. Kingdom Hearts now is more so focused on the actual gameplay and the combat system rather than stuff like level design. There was also another discovery, I believe made back in 2023, though I'm sure that a few people even before then discovered this, but for Kingdom Hearts 1, the game clock actually changes color for each 100 hours you get up to. So when you hit your first 100 hours, the color of the game time will actually change to green. For 200 hours, it turns purple, and for 300 hours, it turns orange. Orange is the highest color. After that, it'll just keep ticking over once you hit 99 hours. But pretty crazy stuff. Like, again, I've never personally put in that much time, like up to 100 hours on one Kingdom Hearts save file, so personally, I never came across this. Quite frankly, I don't even know what you're doing in Kingdom Hearts 1 to achieve beyond 100 hours, let alone the fact that there is a unique little clock detail for 300 plus. Has anyone legitimately reached 300 plus? Like they're jumping on Kingdom Hearts 1, playing it like an MMORPG day in, day out to actually discover the fact that, wow, the clock turns a reddy orange color! But you know, hey, kinda cool that it's in the game. Nice little touch from Square Enix. Every single time, though, we discover something, you always think, okay, this has to be it. Especially when you go years without hearing anything to do with Kingdom Hearts 1 in regards to a new secret being uncovered. You immediately think, we've hit the limit. We've uncovered all there is to find. But no! Out of nowhere, again, something else pops up. And this time, it's to do with Merlin's rocks! I'm losing it, bro! This is evident towards how much love Square Enix put into the very first Kingdom Hearts title. We know that Square Enix and Tetsuya Nomura are taking in feedback from what was given towards previous Kingdom Hearts games, looking towards Kingdom Hearts' future. We know that they are aware that a lot of the mechanics and systems from Kingdom Hearts 2 are actually fan favorites. We're even seeing the return of the reaction command system from KH2 within Kingdom Hearts 4. Super exciting stuff. But I do hope they pay special attention to how much the community loves all of the environmental things and the secrets that Square Enix put into Kingdom Hearts 1's worlds. If you can take aspects of KH2 and aspects of KH1 and chuck it into its own thing to make one nice chicken pie, god damn, you'll have the best chicken pie of all time. Let me know in the comment section down below if you knew about these two secrets. I'm super curious, especially about the first one to do with Merlin's floating rocks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to slap that like button and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. A big thank you to my wonderful patrons. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.